Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a live stream which was not planned. My office team members were getting a lot of inquiries if there is any offer for Republic Day tomorrow. So I just thought I should do a quick live stream to clarify whether there is any special code or any special offer during our Republic Day offer. But then I thought, being a teacher, whenever I come live, I just hate it if I just say, this is the coupon code and you can use this. If you have seen Andaz Apna Apna, in that there is a dialogue by Crime Master Gogo कि आया हूं तो कुछ तो लेके जाऊंगा. Similarly, I always believe in this. If I've come live, I will give some value addition and then I will end the live stream. Correct. So I'm going to talk about defense tomorrow. Anyways, we're going to celebrate Republic Day. That is the reason why I think defense theme becomes way more apt. But before I discuss about defense whole as a theme, let me just share this with you all, that if you go to our website, rachanaranade.com, you will be able to see that we have opened up this coupon code, which is India. And this is available for all combination packages. And it is valid only till tomorrow. Okay. So this is only a one-day offer. So if you just go to enroll now, you will see a lot of combination courses. You can apply that code on any of the combination courses. And if you, of course, you can choose anyone if you want. And if you feel afterwards that, okay, instead of Android iOS, I should go for Windows, of course, you can ask my team to switch it. Or you can also choose for the Windows courses as well. Otherwise, you can just, as I mentioned, just go to our homepage. If you see this, rachanaranade.com, if you go there, immediately enroll now. And you can see which all combination courses are available. If you ask me, if you want to become very confident in going ahead with taking your own decisions in stock market, I feel this is the best course. Basics of stock market, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and decoding price action. With these 4 courses, you will be able to take entire decisions on your own, which stock to buy, when to sell. All these decisions you will be able to take on your own. And if you want to enroll for all the courses, this is like a super heavy, already discounted entire list of all the courses that are available. One shot you can get it. Of course, the validity here is also higher than 1 year. Other courses come with a validity of 1 year. I think this has a validity of, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years, 548 days, almost 2 years, right? So this will have a higher validity. So if you want, you can also definitely go for this. Don't forget to apply the coupon code India for a special discount. Okay. Now with that, let us go to the discussion for today, which is about defense. Of course, as I mentioned, it's not going to be a very, very big discussion, but anyways, I had come live, so I thought I should share some nice inputs. And there is a reason why I thought of taking defense for today's entire discussion. One, of course, being a Republic Day, and second, I can see something in nifty defense. Now if you see here, this is a clear-cut example of a descending triangle. You can see a high, a low, a lower high, a similar low, a lower high, a similar low. Okay, and now right now we are here in between these roughly 600 points at the index level. Of course, I'm showing you the latest data. If you can see here, this is 23rd Jan ka candle. Why am I showing this? Because this is an index. This is not for any specific stock, right? So that is the reason why I'm showing you this entire chart. Right now, if you focus on this, where do you have to really keep an eye? You have to check whether it is able to, let me see if I can get an arrow marker. Yes, if it is able to if it breaks this line, oh, it's going to be a problem, because then it can start its downward journey. But if it can break above this line, if it can break above this line, then it will be a good point. That will be like a breakout, and then the journey could continue further for defense. Okay, now one more important point is that I want you all to check the chart for something like HAL, Musgao Dock, GRSE, correct examples, BEL. All these are defense related stocks. And see if you can see a similar pattern where the price is squeezing in. And if the budget comes out well, if something is spoken about defense stocks, then there is a chance that we could see some nice action in defense stocks as well. Okay, now let's understand why defense. I mean, how much money are we spending on defense, as a pie. Let's say India as a government, if we spend 100 rupees, out of 100, we spend only 8 rupees on defense. Okay. Is that the highest spending for us? No. Highest spending out of 100 rupees, we spend 22 rupees on state share of taxes and duties. But I don't really feel bad about this, because in Marathi we say tatatla watitla tatat. What do I mean? It's like shifting money from one pocket to the other. Why? It's like central government is paying money to the state government. Ultimately, it is staying in India. Okay. So I don't really get extremely, I mean, I don't feel very bad with that. But if I check out this point, the second highest, immediately after state duties, state share of taxes and duties, the second highest is interest payment. Out of 100 rupees spent by India, 20 rupees we spend on interest payments. That's a crazy number, right? It's a huge number. So we have to understand that in such cases, we will have to decrease our deficit. Import export overall equation comes into play, because if we have higher exports, if we get more money because of exports, number one, if we get more money as revenue collected, okay, our overall deficit can shrink down slowly and steadily. See, simple meaning of deficit is what? Amdani atani kharcha rupaya. We are spending more than how much we are earning. Okay. How can we increase our earning? By doing more exports. How can we increase our earning? By collecting more taxes, duties, maybe. That those could be, or maybe even divesting. That will be like a capital income for the government. But ultimately, it's going to be revenue generated. Okay. So all in all, if we can generate more revenue, if we can knock off as much loans as possible, our interest payments will go down, and that will help us to spend more money on other important points, something like defense. Looking at the current geopolitical situation, I believe that in this budget there could be some nice announcement about defense. Okay. But should the expenditure keep on increasing for capital expenditure? Yes. Now understand, whenever I'm talking about defense expenditure, it could be of two types. Okay. Which two types? Revenue expenditure, or it could be capital expenditure. Now, if I'm talking about revenue expenditure, it's everyone understands this, right? It's like a P&L hit. Uh, Basics. So, if I'm talking about salaries of Army, Navy, Air Force personnel, it's like a revenue expenditure. It's not a one-time expenditure; it's a recurring expenditure. Okay. Pension, be it fuel, be it maintenance of ships, aircrafts, be it something like ammunition for a training. Of course, you'll need ammunition for training as well, right? Admin expense. All these are what? Recurring expenses. These will be clubbed up under revenue expenditures. Simple to clear. Second one is capital expenditure. This will be like modernization and new assets. So, for example, if we want to strengthen our iron, so like I think Israel, if I'm not that good, but someone has an, maybe Israel only, they have an iron dome, right? Similarly, if we want to build a bigger or a better version, something like that, of a dome, where I think we already have something very similar, wherein, let's say, some country is trying to fire a missile, we can intercept that. So if we are trying to build more capacities, more advanced technologies, like anti-missile systems, or if we are building more warships, if we are buying new fighter jets, we are buying submarine, or we are building them by ourselves as a country. So is that going to be a capital expenditure? Yes. Okay. In simple words, one is about maintaining the existing setup. Maintaining existing setup, that will be revenue expenditure. If you are increasing the setup itself, you are having more, if you're wanting to spend on more aircrafts, more submarines, uh, better defense mechanisms or systems, that will be more of capital expenditure. Which one does stock market like? Stock market likes capital expenditure. Why? Because you can imagine, if you want new fighter jets, we want new submarines, we want new missiles, right? We want new warships. Will orders be given to defense companies? Answer is yes. Okay. So if I'm talking about where will the stock market be happy, you'll have to check out for capital expenditure in defense sector. Okay. Now, how much has been spent on capital expenditure versus revenue expenditure? If you check, revenue expenditure budgeted estimate for 24-25 was 2,82,000 crores. It shot up to 2,97,000 crores. But if you see 2025-26, revenue expenditure, budgeted expenditure itself is 3,11,000 crores. Okay. And there's a great chance that revised estimate may be slightly higher than this as well. Now, if you see, I feel a little bit bad when I see that capital expenditure is way lesser than the revenue expenditure, because capital expenditure is ultimately going to build in more capacities, which is going to be good for us. I totally understand the fact that maintaining the setup is equally important. So even if they're like hand in hand, I'll be happy. But I mean, this is way lower than the 3,11,000 crores, right? So hopefully this number gets a good jump. And if it does, if capital expenditure is on a higher side during this budget, which companies could be the possible beneficiaries, right? It could be something like BEL, HAL, Mazgaon Dock, BDL, GRSC, BEML, Mishra Dhatu Nigam, PTC. These are just examples that I've given. None of them is a stock recommendation. Everyone understands that. Okay, these are just examples of defense stocks. Okay. Now, Bharat Electronic. So let me just give you an example. I've written an example here. Okay, let's say HAL gets an order for jets. I have just 1 second. Let me just change this. So, jets and aircraft. I just shuffled this by mistake. 1 second. Okay. Right. Okay. So if I'm talking about HAL, okay, HAL would be making jets, aircrafts, but what is required could be, let us say, the comm systems or the communication systems. There'll be communication systems inside the aircrafts also. So let's say HAL gets an order for an aircraft. Can BEL also get automatically benefited? Yes. One more company which can get benefited with example like a jet could be MDNL, which is Mishra Dhatu Nigam Limited. Why? Because this company has, I mean, manufactures certain components which require something like high performance jet engines. And those components, by the way, have a titanium exposure. These days, everyone is talking about platinum, titanium. That is the reason why I've just mentioned this. But so I hope you have understood how companies could be interconnected. An order for HAL can not only benefit HAL, can benefit BEL plus MDNL. Okay, so these are just few examples of how a good capital spending, a good capital expenditure, a good capital budget can benefit multiple companies. So we would be really wanting to see how our overall a budget for defense is actually laid down, and hopefully more budget allocation will be given for defense, looking at the current geopolitical scenario especially, and hopefully more will be also focused on capital expenditure. So it'll be interesting to watch. Again, let me just reiterate one more time, the overall chart for Nifty Defense also looks very interesting. It's like a kind of a squeeze that is coming in like a descending triangle. I've given you homework. Check the charts for MD and so Mishra Dhatu, check the chart for BEL, all the stocks that I showed right now, correct? Be it HAL or Mazgaon Dock or whatever, okay? And you will see similar charts in few cases, okay? Just definitely check that. All in all, like I said, this was a live stream. I mean, I thought of doing this because there were a lot of inquiries about the Republic Day offer, but then I thought that if I've come live, I will share some knowledge, and that is the reason why I just thought, let me just reiterate one more time. This Republic Day special, you can use the coupon code India, and you can get some discounts on our combination courses. Just hit enroll now. These are the different courses which are available, different combination courses. For any person who wants to master stock market, this one is a very good combination: basics of stock market, fundamental, technical, decoding price action. And if you want all the courses, this is the master package course, wherein you will get a higher time validity as well, almost 2 years validity here. If you can just click here, you will see this is like a 548 days validity. Okay, and as I mentioned, this is just a 1 day offer. The coupon code will expire tomorrow, so anyone who wants to upskill themselves being a new year, hurry and enroll now. Okay, so that is it. I hope you have understood some inputs also about defense sector. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye.